Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Just gonna give you a quick or relatively quick update on the current rank season. Let's just quickly jump into the game. Here we go. It's a ranked battle season 10. By the way, the reason why my voice is probably a bit different is because it's very early. Just wanted to, before I go out to the sea, give you a video about the rank season, which is already underway since yesterday, because it is now Saturday and it's been up since Friday. Want to give you the best picks, in my opinion. Keep it relatively simple and as short as possible, and to give you a bit of update on difference from this season and the previous season. So quickly, 23 ranks as always. The irrevocable ranks are now 16, 15, and I think they actually put it here somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Irrevocable ranks. 23, 17, 15, 12, and 1. The difference this, well, I wanted to say this season from the previous one, is that the last season it was ranked 10, and it just created such a debate and such hate towards a lot of people because they somehow got into rank 10 and then they abused the crap out of it. Everybody that was in that league was suffering greatly. And remember, that can be the player with rank 6 2 stars, and that can be a player with rank 10 who just got in with 0 stars that wants to do something crazy. And when you're that close to getting into Premier League, which is rank 5, you don't really want someone to just mess around and do some crazy things. So I guess that's a positive thing. I personally didn't feel it because I progressed pretty fast, but a lot of people complained, so I guess you guys got what you want, and it's back to rank 12, so I guess that's the good news. This time there's gonna be steel included in the rewards, which is pretty nice. For the rank 1, you get a typical ranked camos with some gold, new Jolly Roger flag, a copper, which is sort of a new thing, and some steel and hydro flags. I think I counted, if you go through all the ranks, which is given here, I think I counted like 5,500 steel if you reach rank 1. So that's a pretty significant amount of steel, especially if you were short on one of the clan battle seasons. And the only way you can get steel is, well, super container, which contains 1,500 steel, 5,500 steel through ranked, or clan battles, which I don't know how much it is, but it's a lot. Let's see if we skipped anything. No, that is fine. Basic rules are basically the same. Maps, you can see where the maps are. For tier 8 neighbors, Northern Lights, Hotspot, Sea of Fortune, Mountain Range, all in domination mode. And for tier 10, Hotspot, Warrior's Path, Tears of the Desert, Sea of the Fortune, Mountain Range, Sleeping Giant in domination mode. Now, as of course, it's pretty obvious, from rank 23 to rank 15, it's gonna be tier 8. So you don't get to play tier 8 for a very long time. And from rank, well, 15 to rank 1, it's tier 10. Of course, if you reach rank 1, then the so-called, what is it, Super League, it's going to be a tier 5. You can find that also in here. Here you go, tier 5 in the League of the Sea Wolf, sorry. So for all of you who reached rank 1 or extremely close, since you get 1 star at the beginning of the season for every rank you achieved the previous season, you will start at rank 13 with, I think, 1 star, which means you will immediately be playing in tier 10s. So RIP if you wanted to play tier 8, which for some of you may be good, for some of you may be bad. For me, this just looks like a copy pasta from the previous season, which is going to be even worse than the previous season. Why? Well, we'll get right on that. Everything seems similar. You can go to the patch notes. It's found in the ranked battles, the 10th season. A lot of the stuff there, which maybe helpful with what's the copper for and blah blah blah. But let's quickly just jump into the number 1 picks. Now, I gotta give you a quick heads up. I've been playing a bit of ranked. This is why... where is it? The video is a bit late. I wanted to see for myself. I'm right now rank 10. I just got into it. I started here with, I think, 0 or 1 star. And got pretty easily into 10th without losing a single star. I lost 1 or 2 battles, but haven't lost a star. So... I have started with rank 10. Sorry, with tier 10. So I haven't played a single game, and I wasn't able to play a single game of tier 8 this season. So I can talk to you only what I think is gonna be good, based on my previous experience. I haven't played this season in tier 8, so I'll tell you what I think is gonna be great. And I'll tell you from the reports of some of my fans, which are on my Discord, who are talking about it, think it's great. So you take it with a bit of setback. Typical picks, in my opinion, for... Okay, let me just switch. For tier 8, it's gonna be pretty standard stuff. I don't think anything has changed besides the fact that there is a Cleveland. So if you want to go destroyers, a low yang for cap contesture, kid, just good all around. And... I'm getting reports that a Sashio apparently is extremely good this season because there's just so many battleships apparently in tier 8. I don't know if this is true, but if it is, if it's like 3-4 battleships at least every game, then yeah, sure, why not? That's for destroyers. Of course, they're all premium. If you don't want to go premium, you just have to find the alternative. And... I mean, Kid, Low Yang, Harekaze, Asashio, they're all premium ships and they're just simply better than the standard ones. If you don't have it, you can always go for the alternatives like Kagero or Akizuki or Benson. When it comes to cruisers, that's pretty simple. I would definitely try my luck with Cleveland because this thing gets 9.1 detection with 9 km radar. And it's the most played ship of the month, I think. And it is pretty damn powerful. And that detection and that radar can be very nasty. I would definitely give it a go. As for the rest of the cruisers, whether premium or not, just pick whatever works best for you. Radars are always going to be valuable. Otherwise, make sure you can do damage. When it comes to battleships, what the new addition is what? The Massachusetts? And, I don't know. I'm not too sure. I mean, yeah, if you think it can work, just definitely go for it and give it a go. But considering you need so many things to work properly, like IFHE, BFT, AFT, and so forth and so on, it's a lot of captain investment. You need a big captain who's going to be nothing but this. So, I don't know, you can give it a try, but generally pick whatever battleship works for you best. Like, when it comes to battleships, I don't think there is a best pick. It's just whatever works for you. They can all do good, and they can all do bad. Carriers, if it's your thing, even in the current broken UI thingy, go for it. Just go for it. If not, then if you're not too good at it, I would just stay away. So that was quickly for tier 8. For captain skills and all that stuff, it still hasn't changed. It's pretty much identical. For cruisers, you go stealth. For battleships, well, you pretty much go stealth as well and survivability. And for destroyers, you're like, I don't know, priority target or preventive maintenance with last stand, adrenaline rush, superintendent, maybe demo expert, definitely survivability expert, concealment expert, and RPF. It's pretty simple. For tier 10, I think there's 2 ultimate picks this season, and nothing is gonna come even close. Now, I'm calling this right at the beginning of the season. I said it before I played any games, and I'm definitely saying it now after I played a couple of games. Stalingrad is my number 2 pick, because this thing is just a beast. It's an absolute beast. It can hurt battleships so much. It can absolutely wreck destroyers, and it's dishing out pain to cruisers. And I don't know how many carriers there's going to be, but now since the change, it even has defensive AA. So it won't help it that much, I think, because AP bombers go even through defensive AA and can wreck. Well, it can kill you basically, even on the defensive AA. So don't be surprised. I had 31,000 damage dealt to me by Essex. One Essex dive AP bomber squadron through defensive AA, 31,000. So if it was, let's say, midway with 2, I'd probably be dead. But this thing is just a monster that I think it's going to be an extremely good pick, especially for people who have it. Now, I do know that a lot of you are going to be like, oh, well, we haven't played clan battles as much as some of you guys are. But we don't have steel or stuff like that. Well, I'm telling you, the strongest picks. Now, it's up to you to see if you can get it or not. But the number 1 pick is available to everybody. This thing is an absolute monster. It's an overpowered broken beast, and it's a Worcester. This thing is insane. I've played a couple of battles. 2 battles that I played with it, I lost. One was 150, one was 180,000 damage. High calibers, easy. Confederates, kills, 10 to 15 fires. It's an absolute monster. I had no idea how strong the Worcesters was gonna be until I started playing them a bit more recently, and they are absolutely insane, both in randoms and in ranked. Number 1 pick this season, guaranteed. Rip destroyers, 9.5 concealment with 9.9 radar. It's basically a destroyer. Not to mention that there's gonna be games, probably a lot more from now on, where there's gonna be no destroyers. It's just a bunch of Stalingrads, maybe a Zao, a Hindi here and there, a Des Moines, and Worcesters. That's it. There's no destroyers. There's literally no destroyers, and a battleship. So you are effectively a destroyer. You play as a destroyer that's armed to the teeth. Of course, if you get spotted and get caught in a bad position, you might as well be dead, because after all, don't forget, this is a light cruiser. You really have to keep that in mind. I can't stress that enough. It's a light cruiser. This light cruiser seems to survive certain things, which is a bit of a shocker to me. I mean, I did test it, but didn't feel this powerful. Although we always said this thing is OP. And it has absolutely every single consumable that you can think of. It's like, you're not going to get torped that easy. You're not going to die that easy. Destroyers are not going to have an easy time. Carriers are not going to have an easy time with your like almost 16 or 1400 when you trigger defensive AA DPM of your medium long range guns, whatever it has. It's just insane. This thing is absolutely insane. Number 1 pick, Stalingrad number 2 pick. And it's going to be a whole bunch of cruisers with a certain battleship, which is not going to have a fun time if he runs into these. Everything dies so fast that it's just insane. I played a couple of games on the stream yesterday. You can go and watch it. I'm absolutely shocked. Now, of course, this is not going to work for everyone. So take it with a bit of setback. Is it for you? No. Don't forget, it is a light cruiser. If you can't play light cruisers, if you don't know when to engage, when to not, when to hide, where to hide, is it even necessary to hide? Can you do it in the open? What are the current maps? Where are you going to go with it? How are you going to deal with it? If you're spotted, if you're this, if you're that, it does take skill to play. Yes, but is it strong? Immensely strong. And this is going to be my number 1 pick with the Stalingrad number 2. And then comes everything else. I don't care about battleships, which one you want to go for. Like I said, whichever works for you, whichever you can find good to work, it's fine. Carriers, same deal as tier 8. If it works for you in the current system that's kind of broken, do it. If you're good enough, if not, then stay away from it. And the only thing that I'll have left to say is all the other cruisers, sure. You mean you want to go for it? Go for it. I've seen every single cruiser out there. I've seen Henrys, I've seen Zaos, I've seen Hindenburgs. Especially now the Henry has been changed with a gun reload booster. You can give that a go. But I think this thing is just... it's just way too powerful. So we'll see. And the last thing that I haven't mentioned is destroyers. Why? Because I don't think destroyers are going to be a very good pick this season. There's just too many radars. You have a Moskva radar, you have a Worcester radar, you have a Des Moines radar, you have a Stalingrad radar, you have a Mino which can have a radar, and you can have even a Yuyang with a radar and a battleship. That's a team of 7. Every single fucking thing can almost have a radar, and half of these radars are tremendously OP. 8.9 detection Mino with 9.9 radar, 9.5 detection Worcester with 9.9 radar, 10.6 detection Des Moines with 9.9 radar, and I don't know, 13.8, 13.5 Moscow and Stalingrad with 11.7 radars, and Yuyang with 5.8 detection and what is it, 7.5 km radar. It's just insane. It's just insane. We've been shredding destroyers left and right. They get spotted, they get absolutely crapped on. But if you are gonna go for it, you have to be extremely careful. I can't stress enough how careful you're gonna have to play this season. Last season, I said I'll rank out in destroyers, and I did. It was an absolute living nightmare, especially when you stream it, but I did it. This season, I have no intention of playing destroyers only. I will be playing everything. I played a couple of... First 2 games I played in the brand new Harugumo. And that was first game, no radars, 4 destroyers in each team. It was like, wow, okay. Maybe it's just because it's first day. And second game, there was just 1 radar per team. The way you're gonna play this thing is be a backup for your destroyers. Be a cruiser with no citadel that's 2-3 kilometers behind them. Not too much, not too close. So if there is a Yuyang, a Gearing, a Shima, whatever, if it's there, pick 1 destroyer that's gonna go on the side that you think is okay. If there's any destroyer besides you, quick heads up, pick it and escort it. Just escort it. When he spots, you kill. Okay? And don't be too... Don't think you can take on cruisers. I've tried. That was a Hindi with 3/4 HP and only front guns, and I was full HP, and I engaged him on medium-long range, which is like, I don't know, around 9-10 kilometers. And I lost 9 to 10,000 HP. He lost another quarter of HP. So instead of him being 3/4, now he was half HP. Instead of me being full HP, I was 2/3. And he was only shooting its front guns. This thing is a brick. It's a house. It does not turn very well. And you can get consumed by the unlimited power and, you know, how much guns and the daka and the reload you have. Yes, it's all fun and engaging. It's all awesome. It's all OP, blah, blah, blah. But not really for killing cruisers that easy. Just be very careful how you approach a cruiser if you're alone. It might not be as easy as it seems. It's all I'm saying. Battleships? Well, if you can dodge some of their BBAP, you have a lot of HP, so you can at least cause tremendous amount of pain to them with a lot of fires that they're gonna have to repair, and then permafires and stuff like that. And you can chip their HP if they have something else to shoot, then it's pretty good. And you have smoke screens after all, so try to use them, although way too many radars, so be careful. So you can play this as an escort, but considering I don't expect there's gonna be a lot of destroyers, you might as well find yourself to be the scout in this thing. Good luck. Because you might find yourself to be the only destroyer in your team against a Shima, a Gearing, a Yuyang, who's gonna have like 300 to 600-700 meters better detection than you. And they're never gonna let you spot them, and you're gonna lose your HP super fast. You can't really dodge. This is not a Neo from Matrix. This is a brick house. It's seriously a cruiser that doesn't have Citadel, and it's a lot smaller, but it's still not that hard to hit. But if you do want to go for conventional destroyers, then things haven't changed from the previous season that much. Grozovoi, you can try, but it takes a lot of damage. It really takes a lot of damage. The heals will help a bit, but pretty much every other destroyer is going to have better concealment than you. Kaba is just selfish thing. It's even worse than Harugumo. Harugumo is an escort. Kaba is just not. So I wouldn't go for it. You can go for Yu Yang, whether is it smoke or radar, depending on how careful you are and how you want to play it. 5.8 detection means only legendary module gearings with 5.6 detection and Yu Yangs that have the same detection as you and Shima with 5.6 are gonna be either the same or better detection than you, which is not too bad because it's only 200 meters, and with the current rendering system being in problem, yeah, you can basically detect each other. He's gonna see you first, but he's not gonna have time to react. He will probably wander in your detection and you will detect him back, but you know, you never know. So gearing, Yu Yang, even Shima, if you want it, with 5.6 detection to be as much as you can stealth it. Just good luck. Whatever destroyer you decide to pick, good luck, because this season belongs to cruisers. And too many cruisers have radar, and too many of those cruisers have insanely low detection with insanely huge, big, bloody radars. Good luck, even to the battleship players this season, which might seem to you like, wait, there's a billion cruisers, battleships is perfect to blow them up. Yeah, but how fast the battleships die when there's 6 cruisers? Go and find out. Haven't seen any carriers yet. I'm sure that the best of you are just gonna go through everything, but boosters, Des Moines, the AA is gonna be insane. And that's pretty much it. Things are... The only difference from this season to the next one is there's a couple of new ships, like Cleveland, Massachusetts, and Harugumo, Stalingrad, and Worcester. And all the new ships are kind of viable or even too good for this ranked season. So previous ranked season was hard. This one's going to be even harder. Good luck to all of you out there. Hope that as many of you make it to rank 1. Be very careful. Mistakes are very heavily punished. Stalingrad punts like a mother trucker. It really punches hard. Worcester is going to tip you off with your HP so fast you're not going to know what's happening. And this thing is just insane. It's abusive. So good luck. Take care. And I guess I'll see you with more videos of ranked, like the live play, in the upcoming days. Have a good rest of the day.